Thousands to rally against gun violence in Washington. Across U.S. Washington, tens of hundreds of demonstrators are expected to rally in Washington, D.C., and throughout the USA on Saturday, calling on lawmakers to skip regulation aimed toward curtailing gun violence following final month's massacre at a Texas Simple College. March for Our Lives (MFOL), the gun protection organization founded by means of scholar survivors of the 2018 bloodbath at a Parkland, Florida, excessive school, said it has planned extra than 450 rallies for Saturday, along with in New York, Los Angeles and Chicago. The organization's 2018 March on Washington, weeks after 17 people were killed at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, brought hundreds of heaps of people to the nation's capital to strain Congress to take legislative motion, although Republican opposition has avoided any new limits on guns from passing the U.S. Senate. U.S. President Joe Biden, a Democrat who earlier this month urged Congress to ban assault guns, extend historical past tests and put into effect different gun manipulate measures, said he supported Saturday's protests. Today, young human beings across the United States again march with at March for Our Lives to call on Congress to pass common-sense gun safety legislation supported with the aid of the majority of Americans and gun owners, Biden stated in a Twitter NYSE, TWTR put up. I be part of them by repeating my call to Congress, do something. This 12 months' occasion in Washington has a easy message to political leaders, in line with organizers: your inactivity is killing Americans. We will no longer permit you to sit down back while humans maintain to die, Trevon Bosley, an MFOL board member, said in an emailed announcement. A gunman in Uvalde, Texas, killed 19 children and instructors on May 24, 10 days after another gunman murdered 10 black people in a Buffalo, New York, grocery save in a racist assault. The modern mass shootings have delivered new urgency to the U.S.'s ongoing debate over gun violence, though the prospects for federal regulation continue to be unsure. Among other policies, MFOL has known as for an assault weapons ban, universal history exams for those looking to purchase weapons and a national licensing machine, which might sign in gun owners. In recent weeks, a bipartisan organization of Senate negotiators have vowed to hammer out a deal, although they have yet to reach a settlement. Their attempt is focused on rather modest adjustments, along with incentivizing states to skip purple flag laws that allow government to keep guns from people deemed a risk to others. The Democratic-controlled U.S. House of Representatives on Wednesday exceeded a sweeping set of gun protection measures, but the rules has no hazard of advancing in the Senate, where Republicans have adversarial gun limits as infringing upon the U.S. Constitution's Second Amendment proper to endure fingers. Speakers on the Washington rally are due to consist of David Hogg and X. Gonzalez, Parkland survivors and co-founders of MFOL, Becky Pringle and Randy Weingarten, NYSE, WRI, the presidents of the two largest U.S. instructors' unions, and Yolanda King, granddaughter of Civil Rights Chief Martin Luther King, Jr. Members of MFOL have spent the week meeting with lawmakers in Washington to discuss gun violence. Organizers additionally assume counterprotesters on the demonstrations. A steady rain fell in Washington on Saturday morning, threatening to decrease turnout.